Math Gran Prix for the Atari 2600 video computer system is a combination racing game and edutainment game. The object of the game is to make it to the finish line of this racetrack before your opponent does. That much is obvious. You do this by solving arithmetic problems of varying difficulty. If you answer correctly, you move onwards. If you answer incorrectly, you won't move. Simple as that. Your computer opponent, on the other hand, will always move on its turn unless knocked off the track. There are certain spots on the track that if you land on them will either allow you another turn, which means another math problem, move a few more spaces for free, or just skip a turn entirely. And that's about the extent of Math Gran Prix. It's like a racing game, you see, except without any of the fun factor. I can't say much about the game graphically or audibly because Math Gran Prix looks and sounds about on par with most other Atari VCS games. Blocky visuals that somewhat resemble what they're supposed to. The karts look like karts, the racetrack is clearly a racetrack, you can make out the various letters N or X or whatever on spots, and there's a nice little checkered flag that appears when the race ends. The engine sound is typical Atari engine sound quality, there's nice ticks when you cycle through the numerals, and that's about it really. The game itself, it really isn't that fantastic. Sure, it's a novel concept, if you will, to have a video game teach kids mathematics, but the execution results in a game that quite frankly gets boring in an instant. It's less of an educational tool and more of a why does this even exist kind of game. Math Gran Prix is in the same boat as spiritual successor Donkey Kong Jr. Math, something that was presumably tossed together more as a lark and less as something that people were expected to pay money for and get some enjoyment out of, let alone any semblance of educational content. At best, this is a curiosity for the Atari collection. At worst, this is a less than effective paperweight. And that's all I got. Sorry.